So today we're talking about using technology and being connected constantly with people, right? But then having the sense that we aren't feeling connected with people, or this sense of loneliness. And so I've asked you to bring some light to bear on that, and then also some recommendations of maybe how we can improve that, or what are some strategies that we can use to combat some of that is so natural in our world. So Lisa, I want you to first tell me a little bit about yourself. I know that you work with high achieving women to help them just release themselves and work to become better at what they do. And I know you've had great impact with your system, living fully balanced operating system. That's what you call it? Yep. And that people have left dead-end jobs, they've lost weight, they've just reached more potential by working with you. So can you tell me just a little bit more about that and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll just go back a little further and just let you know that I was one of the women I call myself a recovering perfectionist. And I always felt like I was pushing and doing so much, yet at the end of the day, I felt unfulfilled and like I didn't get anything accomplished. So it wasn't feeling good for me, and I suffered a stroke and I lost a marriage, in part, I believe, because I wasn't focusing enough on keeping myself energized emotionally and physically, and I wasn't focused on what the priority was at the moment, right?
Right.
So over time, I went back to school, and now I coach women who are doing great things in their life, and they love it all. They're volunteering, they're passionate about what they do, so they're struggling with prioritizing it because it's all good work, and it's all important to them.
Well, you are talking to me right now. I can promise you that.
And there's a lot of us out there, Jenna.
Yeah.
And I do believe we as women in general talk about it a little bit, yet we rarely get below that surface level and actually acknowledge, hey, I know I look good on the outside and I know my life is just fine, yet there's something that's missing for me and I don't know what it is, or I'm not feeling fulfilled.
Yeah.
And some of us struggle with guilt around wanting to feel fulfilled. Like, maybe I shouldn't work toward that. I have a great life. It's fine. I shouldn't want more.
Yeah.
So I've created systems so that women fuel themselves emotionally, spiritually, physically. And I've created a program and a system so that we don't have to reinvent the wheel every time a new challenge comes in our lives. We're going to know what works for us.
Yeah.
And we're able to create this calm within a chaotic life, because I'm guessing you're catching that our lives aren't going to slow down for us to catch up.
No.
They're never, right. There never will be the right time to go back to school or to take care of yourself. So we have got to find a place in this busy, chaotic life of ours to feel calm and to feel centered.
Right.
So
right.
That's it in a nutshell.
Right. Oh my goodness. You know what? I keep on kicking my thing here. I got to figure that out. That's a little technical glitch there. So to the issue of this connectedness that we all, have before our faces all the time, in terms of, and for me, I want to tell you, like, it's not just Facebook, but also conversations on texting threads with, just like sometimes I'm on a texting thread and it's 40 messages that happen during the day. And then I'm really overwhelmed with the fact that I didn't have this conversation that I was kind of supposed to have. And do you know what I mean? And it does, and there is this sense of, okay, how do I do this? How do I manage this well and do all of this talking?
Yeah.
But yet still be effective and fulfilled in my life and not wasting my time, So can you speak to that just a little bit?
I totally get it. And I totally get it. You know,
Yeah.
I have this. And as you know, part of my business is online, right?
Yes.
So before I started my business, I was very easily, I would say, able to have a boundary around a little bit of Facebook, a little bit of LinkedIn, a little bit of emailing that I was doing. But now that my business is growing in part because of Facebook and social, you know, connections, I need technology more than ever.
Yes.
So I'm connected more than ever and tempted more than ever to be buried in my phone.
Right.
So what I found helpful for me, and I will tell you, Jenna, I'm not perfect. And I'm a work in progress too. And maybe that's a message we all can take away from this.
For sure.
It is going to be a constant effort for us to stay focused and connected in our ever-present connection. I think we're going to have to be okay with that being a continual work in progress.
Yeah.
You know, we live in a whole different time. Our children are growing up in a whole different time than we did.
Right.
So we are in a stage of learning how to live well with this.
And I'm so glad you said live well, right? Because I think that's what here's what I want to highlight more than anything in this whole world of technology. One is living well and the other is doing good, right? So, and we, you know, because we pick up these tools, right? And we can use them just like you can take a hammer and smash yourself over the head, right? But you can use the tool and you can live well with the tool and you can do good with the tool. But the other side of that is that you can live terribly with it and you can hurt yourself and your family with it. And you can do bad things. Do you know what I'm saying? So I do have a strong passion and feel like you mentioned that your business is online, that we need to do good online. Like those voices have to be out there. And I'm so glad that we have these different tools that we can utilize. And it's so easy to get these messages out there if you have the will and the desire and the heart to do it. And I think those things need to be out there because people are out there and they're looking, you know? So it's awesome to use that, but living well within that is the challenge that we have, right?
Yeah. I will tell you, a lot of my clients and friends who I just chat with will say, I can't stand all the negative stuff in Facebook. I'm just not going on Facebook anymore. It's awful. And I will say to all of you and to my friends that in my feed, in my Facebook, it's only good stuff.
Yeah.
It's only people uplifting each other or sharing about their life. And it's because those are my intentional connections. I no longer have drama and people bashing in my Facebook feed because I don't comment and I don't like those things. So they no longer show up.
Right.
A tip I would give, and that happened, what's the word? Just by consequence. I didn't consciously do it. But when I was realizing, my feed looks very different than your feed, and why is that? So a tip I would share today is be intentional with why you're using technology. For example, let's go with Facebook, since it's common for all of us. Why am I choosing to be on Facebook today? Or right at this moment, what do I want from Facebook? If we want to get in touch with family and friends, then make that the intention. And if we get distracted and off course, as we will, bring it back on. So I always need to set the intention when I enter into any situation, quite frankly, but speaking specifically to the technology piece, when I'm on email, I set the intention on why and who I'm connecting with. When I'm on Facebook, why am I on it? Am I connecting with friends and family, or do I have a business message I want to share? And what is that?
Right. So what I hear you saying is one, realize that we're never going to arrive. Like it's never like we reach the thing. We're in an ongoing dynamic relationship with the technology in our lives. And then the second one is be very intentional and thoughtful about why you're doing what you're doing. And that's just great advice for women and for people everywhere. I often, just like we all probably notice this, and we are this at times, where you go into a restaurant and you see a couple that is on their phone, or an entire family, right? And and you feel like, oh my goodness, don't they realize what they're missing, But then on the other hand, I've done that, where my husband and I are like, okay, we just got to do some work things. We work together. And then it's like, okay, I am that person right now, so I think, just realizing that it's a work in progress. And so the last thing, I don't want to make this interview too long. I could sit and talk with you forever, I feel like, but I just want people to know how to get a hold of you, how to go further with you and your programs, and especially women that are high energy, high achieving women that just want to take the next step in their life.
Thank you. Absolutely. So my business is Living Fully Balanced. So it's easy for anybody to go to livingfullybalanced.com and check out my resources. So I have free resources, downloads, podcasts, and videos. But what's happening currently, which I would love your gals to be a part of, and we're going to talk Facebook here, because I do use Facebook for positive. So I've got an 8-day Facebook challenge. I call it the Love Your Life Again challenge. Not that we don't love our lives, but like we can so love every aspect of our lives, and I can show you how in 8 days. So to that same point, a work in progress, in 8 days, we're not going to be done, but in 8 days, I will give you strategies that are quick to implement, 10 minutes or less a day. And by the end of 8 days, these women are experiencing more energy. They feel more in control of their schedules. They feel more calm, even among the chaos. Nice. So I'd love for anybody to join. I've got these ongoing Facebook challenges all throughout the summer.
Okay, great. Well, what I'll do then when I post this video is I'll put the link to that right in that, so people can just get right to it for you. Yeah, great.
I'd love it.
All right, Lisa. Well, I certainly appreciate your time today, and I'm grateful for what you are putting out there and helping women do. And so I appreciate it so much that you're willing to come on today.